Hello again, Mr. RG Stuff, back in the workshop with another parcel. And I think I know what's in this one. So let's just open it up and have a look. There's no prizes for guessing where this one came from. I can't say I've actually seen eBay packaging quite like that before. Right, and there we go. And well, yes, what are these? Now these are TMC 2206 stepper driver motors, stepper motor drivers. I'll get it the right way around. These are actually replacements for ones that I fitted recently onto my homemade cylinder phonograph. And it don't seem a day too much. There ain't a lie living in Berlin as I swap for me beer or done. Right, well, on the cylinder phonograph I've got two stepper motors and I've got two driver boards which have got Arduinos on, and they've also got a 4988 stepper motor drivers. And this is this sort of thing here, and you can buy these for about £1 each in the UK, and they come with a little heatsink, and they work just fine. However, they do have a bit of a reputation for being noisy, and it's not the board itself that's noisy, of course, it's the way it drives the motor, and the motor ends up a bit noisy. And these TMC 2208s, and these are branded Big Tree Tech, so these should be the genuine article as opposed to some sort of clone. These have a reputation for being silent, and it's just because they drive the motor more efficiently. So they cost more. These ones cost me about £10 each. There are clone ones, but I decided to go for branded ones from a supplier I bought from before because I needed them to work and I needed them to turn up quickly. So I'm going to fit one in here, and you may say, well, you've got two boards, why aren't you fitting both of them? And it's, well, because actually this is the noisy one. I mean, the mechanism at the back here is potentially noisy as well, but I think a lot of the issue is to do with the motor. Whereas at the front, this front motor and the front mechanism isn't particularly noisy, and I don't think I'm going to get the benefit. I bought two more so that if there was a problem with one, I'd have a spare. So basically, I'm just going to drop this board into this circuit here, having fitted the heatsink to it. It possibly would just work, but I'm going to take the opportunity to tidy up the wiring a little bit, or maybe make a few adjustments to the driver code, and we'll see how well it works. I ought just to clarify that the TMC 2208 is the actual chip on this board, just there, and that's produced by Trinamic. It's a PCB board which is made by Big Tree Tech, and there are cheaper clones available of this. The same is true of the A4988 driver. The chip is the A4988, and I don't know who makes that, unfortunately. The board, in this case, is a cheap clone of one made by Pololu. Okay, well, it's in and it works. That's much quieter, and that's much quieter too. There were a few things I had to sort out. The polarity of the drive was reversed, so basically the this was taking it backwards, this was taking it forwards, and that was easy enough to sort out in the software. The micro-stepping, which I had turned on via the Arduino to the A4988 driver, I just removed that in the code. I didn't remove the wires, but I removed it in the code because the TMC 2208 does a much better job on its own. And then it worked, but it wasn't quite. And what I also realised was that I was explicitly turning on and turning off the A4988 after each motion. So basically I was constantly turning on and off as it was doing each little bit. So basically each time I'm pushing the button it's turning it on and off. That was fine with the A4988, and I did it because if you look over here, when you run it, it draws a lot of current. And on the A4988 it just stays drawing a lot of current. It doesn't actually drop down again, whereas the TMC 2208 is much cleverer and realizes that it's drawing current when it doesn't need to, and then just reduces it down again. So I removed that as well, and when I remove the turning on and turning off of the stepper driver after each operation, it was then quiet, and that's brilliant. I also removed the lines of code which explicitly stopped the stepper driver or the stepper motor after each movement, because I think they were unnecessary. But I think they were unnecessary before, and I don't think it made any difference to the volume. So just for comparison, this is what it used to sound like with the A4988 driver. And this now is what it sounds like with the TMC 2208. Well, I think it's clear that the TMC 2208 has made a big difference. So although I may do some more improvements to the tone arm carriage, for the minute I think that's good enough. And I'm going to carry on uploading videos of cylinders. What I do want to do though is add a sensor so that I don't have to manually advance the tone arm. Okay, well that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and if you have enjoyed this video, please subscribe to Mr. Archie's Stuff. Thank you.